"Don't jump," said a struggling single dad, pulling the girl from the bridge. She turned out to be a millionaire's daughter. The night was quiet, the kind of silence that weighs heavily on broken hearts. Rain drizzled lightly, tapping against the railings of the old city bridge. Cars rushed past occasionally, their headlights slicing through the darkness, but no one seemed to notice the young girl standing on the edge. Her hands trembled, her eyes swollen from tears, and her soul felt like it was carrying the weight of the entire world. She was ready to let go. But just as she leaned forward, a voice cut through the storm. Strong, desperate, filled with pain yet oddly full of hope. "Don't jump." The girl froze. Slowly, she turned her head and saw a man, unkempt, his shirt damp from the rain, his face tired yet deeply human. He wasn't dressed like a savior. In fact, he looked like he had been fighting battles of his own. A plastic bag of groceries dangled from his arm, a child's worn school bag slung across his back. He stepped closer, his voice breaking, "Please, don't do this." Her lips quivered. "You don't understand, no one does." The man's jaw tightened. "Maybe I don't understand everything. But I know pain. I know what it's like to feel like you're done. And I also know what it's like to have someone who depends on you, who still needs you, even when you feel worthless." The girl shook her head violently, her hair plastered to her face by the rain. "No one needs me. No one cares." He dropped the bag he was carrying and moved closer, slowly, as if approaching a wounded animal. "My little girl is at home right now," he said softly, his voice trembling. "She's 9. She's waiting for me to bring dinner. I don't have much, but she looks at me like I'm her whole world. She gives me a reason to keep going when I want to give up. And tonight, when I saw you here, I thought, what if you were someone else's reason? What if you're the light in someone's darkness, and you just don't know it yet?" Her body shook as the tears flowed freely now. He extended his hand, rain dripping down his sleeve. "Please. Give life one more chance. If not for you, then for the person out there who hasn't met you yet, but needs you more than you'll ever know." Slowly, almost painfully, she reached out. His hand grabbed hers firmly, pulling her away from the edge. She collapsed into his arms, sobbing uncontrollably. He held her, a stranger in the night, both of them broken yet somehow holding each other together. They sat on the cold pavement by the bridge, breathing heavily, drenched in rain. For a moment, they were just two lost souls who had found each other in the darkness. "I don't even know your name," she whispered. "Daniel," he said quietly. "And you?" "Emily." Her voice cracked, small and fragile. "Emily," he repeated, as if memorizing it. "Listen. I don't know what you're going through, but I promise you, it can get better. It doesn't happen overnight, but it does. I've lost more than I can count. My wife passed away 5 years ago. I've been raising my daughter alone ever since. Some nights, I don't even know how we'll eat tomorrow. But every morning, when she runs to hug me, I realize I have a reason. Life hasn't been kind, but I'm still here, and I need you to be here too." Emily stared at him, shocked. He wasn't rich. He wasn't powerful. Yet here he was, speaking with the kind of strength she had never seen even in the wealthiest people around her. "I thought money was supposed to fix everything," she murmured bitterly. Daniel chuckled softly, shaking his head. "Money helps, but it doesn't heal. You can be rich and still be empty inside. What matters is love, purpose, and the people we hold on to." What Daniel didn't know was that Emily wasn't just any girl. She was the daughter of one of the city's wealthiest businessmen. But her life was far from perfect. Her father was cold, always buried in work, treating her like an accessory rather than a daughter. Her mother was gone, and loneliness was her constant companion. She had all the luxuries the world could offer, but none of the warmth her heart craved. And tonight, she had decided it was too much. Until Daniel stopped her. In the days that followed, Emily couldn't stop thinking about him. She found out where he lived, an old, crumbling apartment in a forgotten corner of the city. She saw him walking his little girl to school, holding her hand tightly, carrying her books because her bag was too heavy. He worked odd jobs, sometimes late into the night, just to make sure she had food. He was exhausted, but he never stopped smiling at his daughter. For the first time, Emily understood what real love looked like. And for the first time, she wanted to live. One afternoon, she finally approached him again. "You saved me that night," she said softly. Daniel shrugged. "Maybe. But really, you saved yourself." "No," Emily shook her head. "You gave me a reason to step back. You gave me hope. And now, I want to do something in return." Daniel looked puzzled. "Emily, I didn't help you expecting anything back." "I know," she said with a small smile. "That's what makes it real. But please, let me be part of your journey. You and your daughter, you deserve more than just survival. You deserve a life." And that's when Daniel learned the truth, that Emily was the daughter of one of the city's most powerful men. She had wealth, yes, but more importantly, she had influence. Quietly, without flaunting it, she began helping Daniel. At first, he resisted, his pride telling him he couldn't accept charity. But Emily insisted, it wasn't charity. It was gratitude. She helped him find a stable job. She made sure his daughter had access to good schooling. And slowly, Daniel's life began to transform. But more importantly, so did Emily's. Because in helping him, she found her own healing. She discovered that true wealth wasn't in her bank account, but in the connections she built, the lives she touched, and the hope she carried forward. Months later, standing on that same bridge where it all began, Emily whispered, "You saved me, and in a way, you saved yourself too." Daniel smiled, his daughter holding his hand. "No, Emily. We saved each other." The night was quiet again, but this time, it wasn't heavy. It was peaceful. Full of possibility. And so, two broken souls, one burdened by poverty, the other by emptiness, found in each other the strength to rise again. Because sometimes, the people who seem like they have nothing left, are the ones who remind us that life is always worth living. Sparkle's message for the viewers. No matter how dark life feels, there is always a reason to keep going. Sometimes you just haven't found it yet. And sometimes, you are that reason for someone else. Hold on. Hope lives, even in the rain.